Hey guys, how's it going? Today I wanted to speak about the subject of, has the significance of education changed over time? Well, if I'm speaking about it, I actually do believe that it has changed, because the thing is that in the old times, well, if you knew how to read, that would already be great. That would mean that somebody taught you, that you are a scholar, that you already have some form of education. Being able to do additions, subtractions, divisions, multiplications was also something that was not given to everyone. It was given to the elite. Nowadays, pretty much almost anybody, 99.9% of people that live in a westernized world, they know how to read, and they know how to at least do basic additions and subtractions. And also, you got to think too that if you're not good at math, well, now you have all these tools that are able to do all this math for you, such as your cell phone or calculators if you want to go old school. But the thing is that before, if you wanted to have knowledge, if you wanted to be taught something, you'd have to go to school. School was expensive. We'd still say that school is expensive, especially in countries like America. But in other countries, it's almost a given. But still, you can go to community colleges and all these things and not spend a lot of money. But at the same time, in the old days, we weren't able to have all this education because we didn't have things such as the internet. But now, well, with the advent of the internet and all this information that is basically given to us so easily, well, we're able to pretty much do what we want. We're able to pretty much learn what we want without actually even having to go to school. And that's the thing that's kind of amazing, is the fact that you are able to have all of this knowledge given to you just from the comfort of your home. So is education, is the fact of going to school that important? Well, honestly, I think that it's not. It would be important if, for example, like you had to, get a sort of diploma as a doctor, or something that's very, very highly specialized, where basically it's the life of people and other things that are taken into account. So those kind of things that are highly specialized, yes. And then obviously having some sort of like basic certifications and stuff like that, if you're going to do some sort of specific kind of jobs, is important. But at the same time, it's not because you go to school or you do many years of schooling and all that you're going to be necessarily more or better educated than the person who actually just learned all their stuff by themselves. And it kind of sucks when I say that, because there's going to be some scholars and things like that are going to be mad and upset at me for saying these things. But I do believe that at the same time, well, we are able to learn so much by ourselves. And it's not because you get a good grade in college that you are necessarily very educated or know your stuff. It just means that you had a good grade because maybe you crunched the test. So the practice is not exactly some people are just good with knowledge, but they might not be able to do things in practice. So there's also that commonality that needs to be learned. But at the same time, definitely schooling and all these things has evolved a lot through time. And it's not because, again, you have a diploma that you necessarily are better than the person who doesn't. Just because of the fact that everybody has much more education straight off the bat than people even 100 years ago, just because all this information is pounded to us through phones, through cell phones, through the internet, and people just know things. Television, even people who are ignorant know a lot of stuff just by watching documentaries on television or whatever they're watching on television. So yeah, education definitely has evolved, and actually for the better. But I still think that it could be better. There's a lot of things that money that could be put into schooling and all these things that could change education and make actually people much more educated, because again, those people who don't have the schooling, well, what they're going to get is the education from television and from whatever outlets are given to them in those places that they're living in. So they might get ignorant information, but they'll still get information somehow. Well, that's it. That's all I have to say on the subject. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.